So you're probably coming to this video trying to find how in the world to get out of woods once you've entered it, not knowing what direction to go, what areas actually have the extracts for you, and how to actually execute those extracts. Hopefully, this video will be helpful to you, and you'll learn just a little bit along the way. One of the first orders of business I want to talk to you about before we talk about the actual extracts is going to be the lake. Now, this lake is super important for learning the directions of woods. Obviously, you have the main compound here where Sturman's at. A lot of your quests will be located. But another thing that you need to know about this place is this is basically the central part of the map that's going to help you learn exactly where to go. Now, for us here, for our spawns, we had the factory gate, we have the UAF gate, we have a bunch of other ones, and this is going to be the main factor, how to learn where we're going. It's in a U shape, which is probably the easiest way to figure it out. I'll turn this way. If the water's on your right hand side, then you're going to be having your exits be the northern UN block. You can have the UN roadblock, you can have the RUAF roadblock. So there's different ways to learn. That's one of the ways to learn. It's on your left. You're most likely going to have the Scav House area. If you're a Scav, you're going to have the Outskirts. You're going to have the ZB014. There's a couple different ones like that. So just keep that in mind when you spawn in. It's on, if the water's on your right, that's going to be your exits. It's going to be like the UN roadblocks. It's on your left. Opposite side, Outskirts is going to be your exits. And the best way to find it, if you spawn near the coastline, is once you see the compound, that's where you're pretty much going to know where you're going. That being said, I am going to show you every single one of the extracts so you can see where you're at. And we'll also put on the map here, I'll put a little star exactly where we're at now. That way you have a retrospect of where we are at versus where the exits will be at. Overall, the best way that I can actually explain these exits is going to be, well, the two-line part. The yellow line, which is in the middle of the center, and also the pink line, which is in the center. You've got yourself the main camp, which is where Sturman's going to be, the main compound at the lake area. That is pretty much how I really determine where I'm at. If I'm on the right-hand side where the pink is at, typically that's going to be your outskirt exit. It's going to be your ZB014 key, those type of exits there. So if you ever spawn on the side of the map where it tells you those are your exits, you're going to be on the purple side of the map. If you are going towards the UN roadblock side, or if you're going towards the northern UN roadblock and stuff like that, you're going to be spawning on the yellow half of the map. So that's the best way to understand that, hey, if I'm spawning in, those are my exits. I need to remember I am in those direct areas that I'm spawning, and those are my exits. So the first extract we're going to be talking about is the UN roadblock. This will be one of the more common ones that you'll be getting on your way out of the map, and that's going to be located in the southeast part of woods. Now, the easiest way to figure out where you're going is point yourself directly south, keep heading that direction, and the biggest factor you'll know whether or not you're getting close to it is you'll see the giant nuclear silo there. That's what you're going to be looking for. Now, there's going to be an indicator, which is obviously the main road here. Once you run into this main road, if you have the compass, I would honestly get into the middle of the street. If you're pointing about 69 to 70, you're going to be wanting to just keep heading this direction. It'll take you all the way to the UN roadblock. If you don't have the compass, well, like I said, best way to know is going to be the big old silo there, and then also the road. The road's your biggest indicator. Once you see the road, keep heading this direction. Opposite side, we're going to be heading towards the other one. I'll meet you over there. And we've made it to the Outskirts Exits. The Outskirts Exit is one of the more common ones you're going to have, and it's going to be a very, very easy one to understand, and I'll show you why. You're going to have yourself just over here. It's going to be the water line, so this is going to be the shoreline that I was talking about earlier, where it's on your left, so that means you're heading towards the outskirts. The way you'll know you're going to be running into it is that at some point you'll run into the signs with the skulls on it, meaning that if you go past that, you're going to blow it from a mine. Basically, follow that line to with the signs on your left, and you'll run straight into the outskirts. Other indications that you know you're close is obviously the truck, but if you're near like the Scav House, which is located there, you'll know that you're getting very close to this exit. Of course, if you have the compass, it's going to be directly south of the Scab House. And if you have a dirt road in front of you, you know you're heading the right direction. Again, map will be in the corner. That's going to be your best way to know where you are going in retrospect. The next exit we're going to talk about is actually the exit you'll need a key. And that one's going to be the ZB014 key, which is also going to be on the screen for you guys too. I want to start here to show you kind of like the area where you're going to be looking for it. You see the broken down SUV here with the road. You want to head directly west, which is going to be this direction. Best way to find it is there is going to be a broken wall right along this area here. You want to head towards that direction. You'll see a scatter of rocks as well in this direction here. If you keep heading this way, you're going to see yourself the green smoke. So you got the wall, you got the big rock, and right behind that big rock is going to be your exit. Now, the only way to go through this exit is if you spawn on the UN side of the map. So that's going to be the east side of the map. East side of the map will allow you to come here and exit, but you have to have that ZB014 key. This is also going to be a lot of places for your quest line. You can find, a lot of 60-round mags here, and you can also do your Jaeger quest here. That's one of the places located. You open up this door with a ZB014 key, and you exit out the door there. All peachy. And we've come to another PMC exit, which is going to be the northern UN roadblock. This one is a little bit easier to find. There's going to be a little mining camp right up here. The eastern rock exit's actually right around the corner from this giant rock here. This is going to be going towards the south exit, towards like the old gas station, and going towards like the UN roadblock. That would be that direction. So this little dirt path here will take you to the road. All you do is just get to the gate here, kind of hang out for a moment, and look at that, we can extract. But we're not gonna do that today because we have a lot more information to go over. And we've made our way to the bridge extraction. This one is going to require 3,000 rubles to actually extract. So if you're going to use this one, make sure you have 3,000 rubles on you. This one again, in reference, the town is gonna be here. There's like a little village here. Right, you can actually see the pole all the way down there at the end. That's gonna be that mining camp we were at for the UN roadblock, or the northern UN roadblock, excuse me. There's also going to be the river here. There's a good indication once you find the river, you're getting close to the extraction. So it's going to be a minute exit, but you do have to pay 3,000 rubles to get out. But if you're on the side of the map and you have the money, you might as well save a little bit of time from having to go all the way to the other side and also from possibly dying. The ZB016 one is a little bit harder to find. This bunker is a little more hidden, I feel like, than the other one. But the best way to find it, old gas station is going to be this direction, the south direction. Also, you've got the rocks and also the wall on this side too. So if you're coming up the wall, you've got this last formation of rocks right here. You want to go take yourself and go just to the left of those rocks and follow all the way through, and you'll run basically directly into the actual bunker here. Now again, this one has to have the smoke going, the green smoke. But the nice thing about this one is you do not have to have a key. Door is always unlocked. Go in here, hang out for a minute, and you will exit once it's ready. An interesting but more difficult extract is going to be the factory gate exit, which is located right here on the south side of the map between the RUAF roadblock, which is located down that direction, and the UN roadblock, which is right there. This one's a little more unique because you have to bring a friendly scab. Out of the three choices, if you're on this side of the map, you might as well take either the UN or the RUAF one, because I've never successfully brought in a friendly scab to this exit to exit out. So hey, if you do, let me know. I would love to see it because I've never had it happen, because it barely does. But if you make it happen, let me know. The Scav House here is not only the most beautiful house on woods, it is also the location of an exit for you if you're playing as a scab today. You're going to go inside the house here. You're going to go inside this little room here, and you should start extracting a little bit of areas to remember where you're at. The broken down SUV is down the road. That's going to be the northern side. If you continue on this road down there, that would take you to the Outskirts exit if you're a PMC. That's the best way to know about it. We also call this the Sniper Rock because most people will sit right there on that Sniper Rock and try to shoot at scabs for their quest line. And also just people sit there because it's a little higher elevation. That's the best way to find the Scav House, but this is only an exit if you are a scab. This one here is going to be a twofer. You have two more scab exits. You have the boat exit right there, and behind these rocks, you have the dead scab, which is located right there. These are going to be two different spawns for each scab, depending on what the game gives you. Those are going to be your exits. To kind of get an idea of what you're looking for when you're on this side of the map. Again, this is going to be the outskirts side of the map, Scav House side of the map. That direction, again, if it wasn't foggy today, you would see the dock and also the main compound right in the middle there. That would be your other indicator to look for too. And again, if it was a much brighter day and you can barely see it, right over there is the FOB. If you're looking at the FOB, you're in the right spot, as you can see this. Also the silo once in a while will pop up right there. Nuclear little silo, but yep, that's what you'll be looking for. We've come to another scav exit, and this one is going to be the mountain stash. Now, start off a little farther away because this is going to be the easiest way to find it. Right over in this left direction of me is going to be the main area, the main compound where Sturman will be. If I turn this direction, go more north, this is going to be what they call basically the rock, the big mountain in the middle of the map. Also it has the sniper scab right here. So that's where it's a good indicator for you to know. Just off to my right is going to be the plane crash. You also have the campsite, which is located there. But the best way to find this one is to be heading towards the big mountain, going north. If you're looking at south, you're on the wrong side of the mountain. But all you're gonna do is head this direction. It's in a little cove alcove over here. Got the semi big rock there, which gets you to the big mountain. Once you get here, you're gonna go more to your right. And behind some trees here, between the mountain, is going to be your mountain stash. This is where you're going to use the exit if it gives you it as a scav. Come to another scav exit. That's going to be the old station. This is going to be the old railroad station. Best way to find it, honestly, you've got your silos up here. You can see got the nuclear waste. You got the nuclear plants over there as well. If you're looking at your compass, again, this is going to be going towards the southeast side. North's right behind me, if you can tell. You go towards this direction. More direction. It's going to tell you exactly where you're at. So, also, you're going to be heading inside the building here. Once you get inside, you should start extracting. And yeah, that's about as easy as you can find this place. This one's a little bit harder to find. This is the Eastern Rocks. This one's going to be, again, on the east side of the map. Best way to find it is going to be this road right here. It actually leads to another exit for a PMC run. We've also got the wall here. Now this wall is going to run from the back side of the map, which is going to be, or the south side of the map, where we just came from, which is the old gas station. Follow that up basically, and you're going to come to this shattered part of the map here, or the wall kind of messed up. And it's going to be up here in this corner. And this is going to be your exit. We've hit another beautiful exit, and this one's going to be the Scab Ridge. Pretty easy to find. It's got the one with the big skull on it, the big targets, which mean there are snipers this direction, and also the somewhat not so rendering mountain, as I call it, in the back there. If it's a floating mountain, you're in the right place. I would recommend, if you're doing some looting before you exit, do not read the sign. Do not jump over this. If you jump over this, you are a dead man or a dead woman. So do not recommend doing that. You will exit here. So just kind of hang out here. You'll eventually extract. But do not jump over that. That sign is a lie. I mean, it's technically not lying. It's saying death is this direction, but it's very much enticing you to go, hey, go that direction. Don't do that. You've got the tower right here, this radio tower, which is also, by the way, another exit for a scab, which we'll be going over in a second. You also got the little camp up top of the mountain. Again, the little map will be in the corner to show you exactly where you're at. This road, once you get to basically this giant fork in the road here, which is more of a fork, you're going to be looking at going towards the mountain. That's how you're going to get there. That goes towards the little port. This one's going to be heading towards the town, or the sunken town, I should say, and that's going to be heading up towards the tower. And as we talk about the Scab Tower, this is the Scab Tower right here. I call it Scab Tower because this is the Scab bunker they could exit through. So all you look for is the big tower here, the big radio tower. There's a few different ways. Obviously, right where we came from, that's going to be that little camp we were talking about. Keep following this road all the way down. That takes you to the Sniper Bridge, or the Scab Ridge. And down below here, go down through the bunker below. Keep following it around. And to this door right here, you will exit as a scav. There's a bunch of loot in here too, so don't forget to loot it up on your way out. There's some pretty good stuff you can find. And that pretty much makes all the exits for the scavs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be my short and sweet, but very helpful guide on how to get to each exit, where it's located, and how to basically get there. It is a very, very stressful time on the woods to learn where to go when you need to get out. But I do hope this did help you at all. If it did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, leave a comment down below if there's any other information that you need to know. I may be able to just add a little extra information for you in the comment section down below. Also, if this really did help you, hit that subscribe button, ding the notification bell, because we have more of these coming out alongside our Ride to Riches series that we do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do sometimes a little bit extra as well. But yeah, we're also in the near future going to be having a full outblown looting guide of woods as well, so definitely keep an eye out for that. And we're also going to do some budget builds as well, because I know this map in particular is very stressful for a lot of people. It's a lot to learn. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.